Hello again, it's Surly Tim from Surly Tim's Fun Bunker. This will be part 3 of Drawer 1. What I'm going to do right now is they've got these little multi-packs from Echo Bridge, and they're horror movies. Now, this one for Prom Night, Jamie Lee Curtis. Horrible transfer. I tried to watch it last Halloween because I do 31 days of Halloween, and the transfer was so bad. I mean, it was so dark. I mean, I tried to lighten my television up to the point where I could see something, and I remember it being dark when I was a kid, but this was dark in a way that meant that I had my glasses off and the windows and the lights were off, and I couldn't see anything. Horrible transfer. Nadja, it's a twin brother and sister vampire story. Really, really well done. It's got Peter Fonda in it, and it just, I was blown out of the water. I did not expect a film of that caliber in a 4-pack from Echo Bridge. Great, great film. Skeleton Man I've yet to watch, and The Nurse I've yet to watch. I've heard they're adequate, but I'll go ahead and I'll make that decision shortly. Because, of course, next month is my, or not next month, but October is my month to watch horror films. And I usually pepper the entire month with just, that's all I watch. So, but this one, for $5, you can't go wrong. And if you've already got all these 3 and stuff and you don't want to repeat it, go online and just look up Nadja. Like I said, it's got Peter Fonda in it. It is an amazing. If you like vampire films, it's definitely worth a watch. Now this one I've seen Raging Sharks, one down here. Horrible film, just god awful. Kraken, Tentacles of the Deep I've not seen. Howling 4, the original Nightmare, I saw that years ago. Wasn't really all that impressed with it back then, but I mean, you know, the Howling flicks. You watched the first one and you were like, oh, that was awesome, and then you saw the rest of them and you were like, boy, they really skipped a beat on these. And Night Shadows is evidently a werewolf story. So, was it something about a TV journalist going to check out these crimes and whatnot? I may have sat through that, but if I did, it just kind of proves how uninteresting it is, or where I was able to lack the interest to actually get into this film, because it wasn't memorable at all. Now, that was the horror ones. This is fantasy adventure one, for film. The Curse of King Tut's Tomb. Horrible. It was just horrible, and it lasted forever. It wouldn't go away. It had Casper Van Dien in it, and it just, they were trying so hard to be the Mummy, but they were trying so hard to be the Mummy that they didn't realize that they didn't know what the hell they were doing. It was god-awful, and I'm a huge Mummy fan. I mean, from the old days, of course, Karloff, and especially the Hammer ones. I mean, I love Hammer movies, and the Hammer Mummy movies were always my favorite. This was not. This was horrible. Goofy, kind of stupid, which is the only reason why I actually even kept into it. And it's like 170 minutes. Most of these are like mini-series that were done, put in like 2 or 3 movies, and God, it just took forever. Blackbeard with Angus McFadden, the guy from Braveheart who played Eric the Black. I believe Black. Blackbeard, I got to watch a little bit of it, but it's one of those ones. It also is. It's 169 minutes long, and it was one of those things where it was like, okay, great, I got to stop because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning when I started. Because of course I'm not smart enough to realize 169 minutes ain't happening at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because usually I'm online messing around and I wouldn't pay attention anyway. Merlin's Apprentice with Sam Neill. It was okay. I would not give it a thumbs up. I might give it a little bit of a kind of. And Poseidon Adventure, a surprisingly good rendition of the story. It was the Hallmark Entertainment version. It's got Peter Weller in it, and Adam Baldwin, Rutger Hauer, Steve Guttenberg. Not the greatest of examples with that one, but it was a decent telling of the story. I mean, I actually liked it better. I know some people are going to get pissed, but I like it better than Poseidon with Kurt Russell. I thought that was a kind of a lame remake. I mean, but I like the original because Irwin Allen. I was a big Lost in Space fan, so even as a kid, I loved Irwin Allen films too. So, but Poseidon Adventure is the Hallmark release from the Hallmark Channel, and it's 173 minutes long. So I mean, a relatively long movie, but enjoyable just the same. I mean, they did a pretty good job with a limited budget and everything like that. So, well, again, thanks you guys a lot for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.